Greetings from Hiroshima, Japan, everyone. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Geaux Astros. We have a new road series for the Astros today. They're going to be in Boston at Fenway Park playing the Red Sox for a 3-game series. There's a short break right now, and the opening pitch is scheduled for about 3 minutes from now, and usually it's right on time, if not a couple of minutes late. I've got some hot water in there. I'm going to go grab to make myself some coffee, and then after that, I will come back and let you know about the starting lineups for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining as always. Remember to like and, if possible, subscribe. Leave some comments in the chat if you have the ability to do so. And you're feeling really saucy, feel free to donate. Help keep the channel going. I will be right back. Gonna go grab my hot water, and this game will be started in just a couple of minutes. All right, guys, I'm back on the mic. That didn't take very long. All right, while I'm setting up my coffee here, I'll let you know the starting lineup for the Astros. First of all, on the mound today for the Astros is Blanco. Blanco actually has the second best ERA against this particular division. Altuve's leading it off, followed by Bregman, Alvarez, and Diaz. Alvarez will be playing left field today. Diaz is catching. Singleton, interestingly enough, follows in the 5th slot at DH. It's kind of strange. Pena is in at the 6th slot, followed by Zach DeCenzo, who's up from AAA, has played a couple of games with the Astros now. Followed by Jake Myers, and then Mauricio Dubon making up the 9th slot. Red Sox lineup: Tanner Houck, I believe I heard them say earlier. The pronunciation on his name is a little strange. Here's the pitcher. Starting lineup for the Red Sox: Duran, Abreu, Yoshida, Devers, Wong, Smith, Sogard, Rafaela, and Hamilton. Zach DeCenzo, by the way, the AAA guy who's played the past couple of games for the Astros, he's going to be at first base again. This is his second time at first base for the Astros. If I remember correctly, he was the DH in the first game. He had a really good game 2 days ago. That was his second game. He was able to bring his batting average up to 286. They're getting ready for the opening pitch here with Altuve smiling and in the box. Houck up on the mound. Here comes the first pitch. Just a little inside, ball one, 93 miles an hour. Good eye by Altuve. That one was not too far off the plate, but it would have been a bit difficult for him to hit high and in. Here's the second pitch. That's a nice curveball right in the middle of the zone. My gosh, that looks like the kind of pitch that I used to hit out of the park when I was in high school. 1-1. Something wrong in the outfield. They called timeout, the umps did. That's strange. That was kind of weird. They have like a garage door. They have like a garage door out in left field that was open. It should be closed. And they had a groundskeeper run from the right field over to try to get there. And it closed before he got there, so it was kind of useless. Next pitch is another curveball in the outside corner. Strike two, 1-2 against Altuve. He hasn't attempted to swing the bat just yet. Here comes the fourth pitch rather. Check swing on that curveball outside, 2-2. Even count on Altuve. Quiet crowd right now. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away, inside corner, 93 miles an hour. Count remains 2-2. Altuve will get another chance here. A patient Altuve is good, but sometimes that one's in the dirt. Ball three, full count. It's interesting because I can't complain if Altuve swings on the very first pitch. I can't really complain unless it's just a terrible pitch. And I can't complain if he's really patient. Either way, I think it's a good at bat depending on the pitch. That one's inside. He's got to walk a few inches off the zone. They tried to throw him another curveball there, but Houck couldn't get it where he wanted it. There's no way that he wanted it right there. That was an easy take by Altuve. He's on first. Good start for the Astros to get a base runner on with no outs. That would be what the chicken calls excellent. First pitch quickly comes into Bregman and is outside for ball one. Second pitch is on the way. After a long delay by Houck, fouled away off the inside corner. A 93-mile-per-hour ball. And that'll be 1-1. The 10th pitch for Houck coming up in just a moment. Another long delay there as he waits, and here comes the pitch. That one's low and inside for ball two. Recently, Bregman has been a little more patient than he was earlier in the year. Normally he is quite patient, takes a tremendous amount of walks. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one's right in the middle of the zone, fouled back, and luckily into the crowd. Bregman trying to fly out again or foul out. I wish I knew why Bregman does that so much. He seems to fly out and foul out to the infield a lot. 2-2, the count's even. Houck comes set, takes a long pause. Here comes the pitch. This one is lined to the back. Foul to the back. It looked, I said lined because it looked like a line drive. It was a line drive foul is what it was. Back to the wall there. The green shoes of the pitcher look interesting. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Outside, way outside. Ball 3. Another full count by Houck. It always takes a little bit of effort to make this coffee. I have an automatic coffee maker somewhere in there, but I haven't taken it out, cleaned it up to use it. Next pitch is right in the zone. Line into center field. It's going to be a base hit. Altuve makes the turn. He's going to make it all the way over to third, standing up. Bregman with a single and pushing Altuve all the way over to third base. Excellent start there. It's nice to see the plan working like it's supposed to. Altuve gets on base. Bregman moves him over and makes an opportunity for Yordan Alvarez. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be every game. The Astros should always have runners on the corners, Altuve and Bregman, with Alvarez coming up to bat in the first inning. That's my feeling. Wow. Alvarez's average versus Boston last year was .500. First pitch to him is outside, curveball, good foot off the plate. They weren't very interested in pitching to him in Texas or at Arlington, and when they finally did, he made them pay for it. He had 2 home runs in 2 days. Next one is low, swing and a miss. He took a big hack at it, but right in the bottom of the zone. Pretty good pitch, 87 miles per hour. Maybe some kind of sinker. 1-1 pitch is on the way. This one's in the zone, and it's tapped towards first. They're going to go for a double play, and they're going to get that easily. But Altuve does score. That was a very weak, lame hit by Alvarez, but it did get the RBI. Well, actually, he doesn't get credited with an RBI because of the double play, but it does get the run in. Still, for a guy like Yordan, the grounders like that, I could have fielded that when I was in middle school. Heck, I could have fielded that when I was in primary school. It was a really weak hit. Yainer Diaz is up. Oh, did he hit him? No, he spun away. I don't know how Diaz got out of the way of that one. Diaz finally got his average up to 300. He's batting .438 for like the past 20 games. It's crazy. Second one is also inside. He has to pull his hands back a little bit. So Houck almost clips Diaz twice. Counts 2-0. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning for Houck. Here comes the pitch. That one's a swing and a miss, but that one just seemed too low in the zone. They're showing the shoes of Houck. This one's hit high into center field. It's going to be playable about 10 feet before the warning track. That's going to be the third out of the game. Third out of the inning. Man, you guys got to forgive me because it's in the morning here. And I only got up about an hour ago. 8:20 right now here in Hiroshima. Astros leading 1-0 at the end of the top of the first. Astros actually managed to score a run in the first. Yordan's ground ball double play cleared the bases, unfortunately, but it also allowed Altuve the opportunity to score, which is great. Let's see who's coming up to face Blanco for the Red Sox here at the top of the order, here in the bottom of the first inning. Jaron Duran, Wilyer Abreu, Masataka Yoshida. It looks like the Red Sox. Oh no, that's interesting. Connor Wong, his name looks like, well, Wong looks like an Asian name, but he doesn't look Asian. He looks more Middle Eastern than anything. Masataka Yoshida. Definitely Japanese. Where did he come from? Was he playing in the Japan League? Yeah, he played with the Oryx Buffaloes here in Japan. Currently the DH for the Red Sox. Always interested to see the Japanese players come in. Being in Japan myself, it's pretty interesting. All right, here comes the first pitch against Duran. That one is just inside for ball one. Not quite in the right spot to get that call. Here comes the next pitch. That one looked identical on the outside corner, just a little bit out, but the ump liked that one, so that's strike one, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blanco coming in with the next pitch. This one's hit to left field, and Jordan is going to watch it go off the wall. Jake Myers gets it on the bounce. Duran starts off with a double. That one bounced off that, if you know the green monster out there, there's a high part of the wall with like scores on it and stuff. I think there's a scoreboard. I'll take another look at it. And then above that is just a flat green wall all the way up, and it bounced off the top of that bottom part of the wall. Yeah, and then it kicked over towards Myers. Alvarez and Myers were back there, but it kicked off to the right side towards Myers, so he jogged over and got it. Here comes the first pitch to Abreu. Taken high for ball one. Duran has 36 doubles this season. He's the American League leader. That's pretty crazy. Here comes the pitch from Blanco. Swing and a miss right in the bottom outside corner of the zone. Change up at 84 miles an hour. Put some milk in here. Wow, that's a big cup of coffee right there. Big cup of coffee. Big cup of coffee. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. 1-2. I think the commentators on MLB TV, actually these are Astros commentators, not MLB commentators. One of them sounds kind of asleep right now. Also, because of his mistakes in calling the game. 1-2. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt. Evens the count there at 2-2. Brady takes a moment to step out of the box. Blanco ready for the next pitch. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one's hit down the first base side, out of play. Bounces foul. Count will remain 2-2. I need to close my coffee. My coffee. Here comes another 2-2 pitch from Blanco. A little high and outside. That's going to be a full count. Blanco's starting off a little shaky right now, giving up the double and now the full count. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one's hit straight up and out of play. Count remains full. I'm trying to drink this coffee without sipping it because I think it sounds loud in the microphone. I'm so used to slurping things like this here and sipping them. 3-2 pitch. Right in there. Strike three. Got him looking. Abreu was starting to toss his bat down to go to first base, and he seemed really annoyed with it, but that was a strike. 81-mile-per-hour curve right in the upper outside part of the zone. There was no question about that one. And you can't take those on the. If you got 2 strikes, you can't take that pitch. Next one is 93 miles an hour in the outside upper part of the plate, but just a little too far out for ball 1. Masataka Yoshida is facing Blanco. Swing and a miss on a 79-mile-per-hour curveball. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Blanco. This is a ground ball to the right side. Altuve gets it. Goes over to first base, no problem. Out number 2. Runner advances to third base on that play. It's kind of weird to be seeing DeCenzo at first base instead of Singleton. Here comes the first pitch to Devers. That one is a little out for ball 1. Devers batting .304 for this year. OPS is .984. Swing and a miss on that one. Nice pitch by Blanco in the outer part of the zone. 1-1 is the count. Man, this crowd is quiet, very mute. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one's hit to the right side down the first base line. Bounces foul for strike 2, 1-2. Blanco looking for the signal. He's got what he wants. Here comes the pitch. High fastball. 2-2. Boston is 5.5 games out of first place. Baltimore and Yankees are currently tied. Another 3-2 count as that one floats out of the zone. This will be the 20th pitch of the game for Blanco. He's going to have to cut that down if he wants to last deep into the game. But here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Oh, that may not have been a fastball. It was only 87. But he gets the out against Devers. A big strikeout there for Blanco. They strand a runner on base. Red Sox come away with nothing despite the double by the opening batter. Blanco does a good job of shutting down the next 3 batters. Despite the 2 full counts. Astros and Red Sox each have a hit. Astros have 1 run. Coming up in the top of the second, rather. John Singleton is batting, who's in the DH position, followed by Jeremy Pena and Jack Jack. Why do I keep saying Jack? Zach DeCenzo. I didn't even know about DeCenzo until they brought him in the game because at the time I saw the news. Excuse me. At the time I saw the news about them bringing him up from AAA was basically right before the game. And so I didn't really know much about him. I saw that his batting average was really high over about the, I don't know, maybe the last couple dozen or so, maybe 18 games. Batting really well in AAA. They brought him up and started him in the DH position. But after that game, they put him in at first base. He had a really breakout game with his hitting. And now he's back in at first base again. So here's John Singleton at the plate facing Houck. First pitch is outside for ball one. Maybe John will bat better if he's just focused on batting. Who knows? Here comes the pitch way outside. That one was a good 1.5 feet off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes against Singleton. Singleton batting .232 this year. Just 199. Oh, I'm sorry, 189 average since the All-Star break. This pitch is in there for strike one. Houck is up to 25 pitches with this one. That one's right in the zone. Hit up to the infield. Devers is over from third base to grab it. That'll be out number one. Tomorrow, Justin Verlander, I mentioned it yesterday in my summary video. If you guys saw that, I did a summary of the last game of the Rangers and Astros. First pitch to Pena is in there for strike one. But basically, Verlander is going to be starting a game tomorrow for the Space Cowboys in Houston. Next pitch is way outside, swing and a miss by Pena. Not looking good so far. I hope this doesn't remain Pena's performance in this game, swinging those bad pitches again. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one's low and outside. Taken for ball one. I'm kind of surprised he didn't swing at that one. .268 average for Pena right now. It's dropped a lot from where it was before. Bouncer to third. The throw is over there and bounces in the dirt. They pick it up and they call him out. It was really close. I'd like to see the replay there. That was a big chopper to Devers, and he fired over to first. The throw one-hopped the first baseman, and he was able to get it. But it does look like it barely beat Pena, so yeah, that's an out. 2 outs. That's going to bring up Zach DeCenzo. Zach DeCenzo. 2 for 7 right now. Here comes the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. That was a good one to be swinging at. Right in the bottom part of the zone. 93 miles an hour. 0-1. Oh and 1. Here comes the pitch. Way outside. That was one of the pitches that Pena took a wild swing at. DeCenzo lays off. 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Houck. Yeah, that's right. Outside, ball 2. I'm doubting myself again. Is it Houck? Is it Hoke? Next pitch is inside, ball 3, 3-1. You say Kikuchi is in the dugout, chatting with the Astros. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. This one's low in the zone and chopped towards shortstop, and it bounces over his head off his glove. DeCenzo's going to be on first base. That's going to have to be an error, I would imagine. Let's take a look at that replay here. Grounded right towards the shortstop. Yeah, there was no reason for him not to catch that one. It was a little tricky, but he just had his glove in the wrong spot. It bounced off the top of his glove. And that brings up Jake Myers. So Jake Myers is batting with DeCenzo on first base. Yep, I called it right. They credited that as an error, as they should, because it was an error. This one's tapped foul by Myers. Bounces harmlessly back to the screen there. 1-1. 36 pitches now for Houck. Myers batting .230 for the season. He needs to pull that up to like .275. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit hard to third baseman. Devers got it easy. He goes to second for the force out on DeCenzo. He's got it for out number 3, so nothing comes of the error. Base runner stranded. End of the top of the first. Astros 1, Red Sox 0. Blanco will be facing Connor Wong, Dominic Smith, and Nick Sogard at in the bottom of the second, rather. I see I've got about 5 people listening. Thank you for being here. This is Go Tigers Astros. Please remember to like the live stream. I know that some of you who listen, I've realized since I've started doing these games that some of you, when you're able to chat with me, I've learned that you're driving somewhere or you're doing something, not really able to listen and watch at the same time. So you don't have the ability to just grab your phone or sit at the computer and type things and talk in the live chat. That's understandable. But if you have just a moment to spare, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. This helps me a lot because the more people who interact with the video and the longer you watch it, the more people YouTube shows it to. Obviously, this is a channel specifically dedicated to the Astros and then later on the LSU Tigers. And by the way, the Tigers football games are going to start in just a few weeks. It's pretty crazy. I didn't realize it was coming so fast, but it's getting here. So if you're a fan of the other team, of the Red Sox or any of the other teams that the Astros play, I can get it if you don't necessarily subscribe, but dropping a like would help out. Comments are also helpful. I study Japanese in Hiroshima and do this as kind of in my part-time. Blanco's facing Wong. The first pitch is right in there for strike 1. 93 miles an hour, just cruises in. Here comes the second pitch. This one's hit right up the middle. It's going to be taken by Pena. Scoops it, fires it over to first. Out number 1, no problem. 2 pitches, 1 out. That one was right past the mound, right by Blanco's right side. He didn't really have a chance to try to get to it, but Pena was there. Kind of a medium speed roller right up the middle. Routine. That brings up Dominic Smith, left-handed batter. There are a lot of those, it seems, on this team. First pitch is low in the zone for strike 1. Good pitch by Blanco. A couple years ago, I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. I have a large tumor on my kidney, and it's gotten into the vein there, so unfortunately it's unable to be taken out yet. Next pitch is in the low inside part of the zone. Big swing by Smith. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. So I stopped working and started studying. Next one is in the dirt. 1-2 is the count. So I divide my time between going to school to study Japanese, doing my homework, calling these games, and teaching online English. Another one low. That's going to even the count at 2-2. I'm hoping that the channel can grow, guys, so that I can have something online to do that's useful for you guys and enjoyable for me. On the outside, ball 3, another full count by Blanco. Here comes the full count pitch. That one's in there, swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch. 87-mile-per-hour changeup for strike 3. Man, Dominic, he has got the big old gut going. He looks like your typical couch potato kind of dad, you know, just sit on the couch, watch the games, and drink beer, not play the games. 2 outs, and now Nick Sogard is up. First pitch to him is right in the top left part of the zone. Top right part of the zone, I'm sorry. Second pitch is hit into center field for a single. Sogard is going to be on first base. Two outs and a runner on first base for the Red Sox. Sogard with a single, the second hit of the game for them. That brings up a right-hander, Ceddanne Rafaela. That's an interesting name, Ceddanne. First pitch to him is way up high for ball 1. One and 0, runner on first base. Here comes the pitch. This one fouled away. It was low and away. He took a swipe at it, bounces back to the screen for strike 1, evens the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Blanco. That one drops too low, about half a foot maybe from the bottom of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Blanco's sweating up a storm right now. Is it really that hot and humid in Boston? Here comes the pitch. That one's another good 8 inches off the plate outside, 3-1. So Blanco getting behind in the count pretty quickly. I'm going to look up the temperature in Boston. Yeah, it's a little warm, 27 degrees Celsius, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's pretty warm. This one's hit right up the middle. Line drive base hit to center field. Myers scoops it up, keeps the runner at second, but now Blanco has runners at first and second with 2 outs. So Blanco gets the 2 outs and then starts looking a little lethargic. He looks a little tired to me. Sweating pretty heavily, breathing through his mouth. Definitely not the kind of look that Blanco normally has. Something happened there. They're sending... That's weird. Not sure exactly what happened. Some kind of timeout. Looks okay, I see what happened. There was a timeout. And both base runners tried to steal. And the umpires called them back, and then the crowd started booing. But you can't steal bases during a timeout. That's ridiculous. Here comes the pitch to Hamilton. He hits it out to left center field. It's going to go to the wall. Myers is going to bring it in. They're going to try to bring in a second runner. They're going to get at least one. The second throw comes in too late. Red Sox have 2 runs on the board with a double all the way to the wall, right in the gap between left and center for David Hamilton. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Blanco. Like I said, he just looks tired. He's getting too many high counts. He's given up too many hits. This is 4 hits now and 2 runs he's given up. 6 hits is the most he's given up in any game this entire season. And then there's another one hit up the middle, but that one's taken by Myers, line drive for out number 3, but not before the Red Sox claim the lead. They're up over the Astros 2-1. I'm a little concerned about Blanco. He looks fatigued. For those of you who follow Astros news and follow the team kind of closely, you probably know and have heard about them overusing the pitchers a little bit, not being able to give them a proper break, proper breather. Blanco is one of those guys that has been kind of a workhorse for a while now, but he hasn't had, I would say over the past month, he definitely hasn't had the amount of rest that he really needs. And several people have been talking about it. Right now, it appears to me that this particular game, this start, it just looks like that. It looks like Blanco is tired. It looks like he's fatigued. It looks like his stuff isn't there. He did get out of the first inning without any damage. He did have a base runner, but he allowed a couple of full counts. He got high in the counts again in the second. He gave up several hits. He gave up 3 hits just in the second. I'm not sure how long he's going to last this game. If he can keep the runs down to 2 and make it to the 6th inning, I kind of feel like I'll be surprised with the way he's looking right now. That's just my personal feeling. Don't take my word as gold. If you do take my word as gold, please go exchange it for some cash and send me some. My PayPal link is in the description. Let's see. Do we have some more likes? Got a couple more. Got 4 likes. Woohoo! Picked up another subscriber. Thank you to whoever you are. 45 subscribers now. Thanks a lot for hitting the sub button. First pitch to Mauricio Dubon is out for a ball. 1-0. Here comes the second pitch. He hits that one to the left side. It's going to be a backhanded play by the shortstop. He takes the throw and bounces it off the grass, but picked up by the first baseman for out number 1. Dubon is not the best speedster on the team, but he's definitely not slow. That was a really quick pickup. 2-hop throw to first base. First baseman earning his money today with those backhanded pickups. My personal hero, Jose Altuve, comes up to bat. Here comes the first pitch to him. This one's hit high, and that's going to be a fly ball to shallow right field. Right fielder comes in and gets it on the run. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out on Altuve. That'll be the second out of the inning. Altuve is now basically 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning, and now he flies out. That'll bring up, I was about to say, speaking of flying out, here comes Alex Bregman. Bregman did get on base with a hit in the first inning. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right in the low part of the zone, but the ump laid off, didn't like it. 2-0. Let's get another Breggy bomb here. That'd be nice. Tie the game up. Oh, he hit him. He clubbed him straight into the... No, don't tell me that missed him. Did that miss him? Seriously? Wow, how did that happen? That ball looked like it hit Bregman right in the arm, but apparently he was able to get out of the way and it went to the wall. It looked like it hit him dead on. That was amazing. How in the world did he avoid that? Whew. Next pitch is in there for a strike, so the count's 3-1. Here comes the next pitch. Way outside, ball 4. So Bregman does get the walk. But I swear, that fastball, it went right at Bregman, and somehow he pulled some kind of magic act and did a contorted twist, and that ball buzzed right by him without touching him, but it looked like it just hit him straight on. Absolutely nuts. Yordan Alvarez, who has been hitting the ball a lot harder recently, he had back-to-back home runs the other day. He's up to bat, and here's the first pitch to him. Right in the low part of the zone, low and inside, strike one. I wouldn't be opposed to an Alvarez two-run shot here and restore that one-run lead for the Astros. Once again, Alvarez licking his chops, wanting that home run ball. This one's outside, ball one, 1-1. I don't know about you guys, but when they show the up-close picture of or shot of Alvarez in the box, he's waiting for the pitch and he's licking his lips. It's like, yeah, you know what he's thinking. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. This one is unfortunately another ground ball taken by the shortstop, and he just steps on second, forces out Bregman. That's it. Two weak ground balls from Yordan this game. Nothing even close to a threat to the wall outfield. We're going to move into the bottom of the third with the Astros down 2-1. 1 hit, 1 run for the Astros. 4 hits, 2 runs for the Red Sox. Red Sox lineup coming up in just a minute. I'll have that updated and I'll let you know. Wilyer Abreu, followed by Yoshida and Devers. Let's see here. I can do a poll. I'm not going to say who's going to win the game. That's kind of a silly poll to do for an Astros channel. But let's do something else. Okay. Here's a question I'm going to ask, guys. It's going to be about Verlander. When will Verlander be back? All right. We're going to give you 3 options. Within 2 weeks, within a month, by the playoffs at the earliest. There we go. Just a little poll for you guys, something to think about. Verlander starting his AAA game tomorrow, his first rehab start. Blanco's back up on the mound. He's walking up on the rubber to face Wilyer Abreu. Here comes the pitch, right in the top of the zone, strike one. Apparently it's a very, very windy day. They're showing the flags around Fenway Park. The wind is blowing really hard. Maybe it'll play havoc with the ball in the outfield. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball by Blanco to get the second strike, 0-2. At this point, this is where Blanco needs to take control of the batter. Shut this down. Don't get another full count. 0-2. Here comes the next pitch to Abreu. Swing and hit down the first baseline, taken by DeCenzo at first base, and he steps on the bag, no problem. Out number 1. Yeah, right now they're giving some information about the wind speed in Fenway Park. The higher up you go, the stronger it's blowing. First pitch to Yoshida is in the top part of the zone for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They say did. Strike 2. 0-2. So Blanco starts off the first 2 batters with an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and hit down the right field line, just foul. Count remains 0-2. It's pretty interesting when they're talking about the wind blowing out to across the field from right to left. Here comes another 0-2 pitch. This one is grounded, just a tapper down the line and foul. This will be the 45th pitch of the game for Blanco. And here comes the pitch. High fastball. Yoshida lays off, and that'll be ball 1-2. Not a bad pitch, but probably just a couple of inches higher than he wanted. Didn't get the swing. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one's on the outside corner, hit foul way off into the crowd on the third base side. Yoshida grounded out his previous at bat. Swings and fouls this one off again. Fastball on the upper part of the zone. Off down the third base side and into the crowd again. 1-2 is the count again, and here comes the pitch. Another foul ball. Same place. Off into the crowd on the left side. He's fouled off about 5 pitches. Count still 1-2. He's making Blanco work. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit up the middle and looks like it's going to be played, and it is by Myers. Line drive caught by Myers, who just had to run in about 10 or 12 feet. Out number 2. I like some of the pictures that they show in here sometimes. This was after Dubon hit the 2-run homer in a recent series, and he's in the dugout hugging Yordan Alvarez. Cute. Rafael Devers comes up with 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch to him. High fastball, ball 1. "50 pitches now for Blanco. Here comes the 51st. That one's fouled back for strike 1. Evens the count. I'm really looking forward to doing some giveaways and stuff, you know. I think I can come up with some interesting stuff here in Japan that I can share with you guys. Actually, I got an idea. I'll give that to you in just a second as the 1-1 pitch comes in. Swing and a miss. 96 miles an hour on the outside corner of the zone. Good pitch. Devers gets kind of shaken up. He's swinging his bat around, twirling it around. Didn't seem to like that too much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, Devers puts his foot almost out of the batter's box before the pitch comes. That's crazy. 2-2. That one's high. But now that the Astros have a Japanese player, it would be very easy for me to get some Yusei Kikuchi stuff to give away. I think that'd be really cool. Next pitch is low and outside. Another full count. So 2 outs, and Blanco goes back to the full count with Devers. I can't remember if it was... Well, here comes now the full count is a walk. That's going to be outside. So Blanco loses Devers and puts him on first base. Whoops, and I didn't update the bases, so now they're accurate. There's a runner on first base. My bad. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Yusei Kikuchi. I can't remember if he played for Tokyo or not. Oh, Saitama. I was close. He played for the Saitama Seibu Lions. First pitch to Wong is ball 1, and Diaz decides to stand up and jog out to the mound to have a little chit-chat with his number 1 guy, Renel Blanco. But like I was saying, I think it'd be kind of cool to get some Japanese... local Japanese goods with Yusei Kikuchi's name on there. with the team that he used to play for, Cebu Lions. I think that'd be kind of cool. But whenever a Japanese player starts playing for a team in the MLB, it's easy to find their stuff. They start rolling it out and selling it. They become a little more popular. Of course, Shohei Ohtani is the most popular, but even Suzuki Seiya, who's from here in Hiroshima, he's well known by Japanese, especially here. 1-0 pitch to Wong is on the way. This one is hit foul, fly ball way out into the crowd. 1-1. Devers on first base, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 1-1 count to Connor Wong. Blanco dealing the pitch outside by a good foot at least. Ball 2, 2-1. Yeah, this is no good. Blanco knocking at the door of 60 pitches already. Here comes the pitch. That was low in the zone, fouled away. So this is going to be the 60th pitch. If you take away all the foul balls and the hits, the 4 hits, there'd be a lot of swings and misses on these pitches. But, man, they've just been touching the bat to it. This is another one. Fouled away by Wong. Count is 2-2. I don't think I remember the last time I saw Blanco sweat this much. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Wong. Right in the outside corner, got him looking. Wong just kind of froze and looked at it, and he didn't seem to like it too much. But once again, if it's right there, if it's right on the edge of that zone, you can't take it. If you got 2 strikes, you got to swing. So that'll get it for this inning. And the Astros are able to hold on again. Blanco somehow able to find himself after walking Devers and get that next out on a strikeout. Going into the top of the 4th, the Red Sox are leading the Astros 2-1 on 4 hits and 1 error. The Astros with 1 hit and no errors. The 1 error being Zach DeCenzo's base hit bouncing off of the shortstop's glove. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I can't say it enough. I gave you a little information earlier about me and what I'm doing, but this channel is really new, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this may be my 20th live stream game, just my 20th. So thank you for being here for my 20th live stream with this game 1 at Fenway Park, the Astros versus the Red Sox. What I'm hoping is that I can grow this channel to the point where it is making me income that is at least equivalent to the amount of time that I put into it. So if you work a regular job, for example, you get paid by the hour, or if you have a job that's salary, you could still break that job down by the hour if you look at how many hours you work. But since I'm in Japan, the hourly rate here is very low. If you know anything about what's been going on in Japan with the yen, the value of the yen has decreased dramatically. And so if I get paid in dollars, is really, really much more useful for me than getting paid in yen, because the amount that I would get paid by the hour here in Japan would be really low compared to what I would make in dollars. Yainer Diaz steps up to the plate. First pitch to him is grounded to third, taken by Devers. Should be an easy play. Lobs it over to first base, no problem. That was the easiest lollipop rainbow throw I've ever seen from third base, but it was such a hard hit ball from Diaz that no amount of speed was going to get him there in time to make it a challenging throw. So 1 up, 1 down, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring up John Singleton. I believe that John Singleton walked his last at bat. He's pinch hitting, takes the first pitch for strike 1. Did he walk? No, he did not. I remembered incorrectly. My bad. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one's right in the zone, hit hard out to center field, but the wind seems to have blown it down. Center fielder moved over to his left, and then he started running in to catch that one. Singleton with his shirt unbuttoned basically halfway down the front of his chest. That's hilarious looking. I think you shouldn't be allowed to do that unless you get a hit. If you hit home runs, you hit base hits, then you should be allowed to do that. But right now, since he flew out, you should have to button it up. It's kind of like wearing gold chains. That's my rule. 2 outs. First pitch to Jeremy Pena. Right in there for strike one. 0-1. That would be my personal rule if I'm the coach. Listen, guys, you can wear all the chains you want. You can unbutton your shirt. You can look like a bozo. But only if you're hitting the ball. Once your average drops below a certain point, you got to start buttoning up the shirt and taking the chains off. 0-2, another pitch in there. Here comes the third pitch. This is a bouncer right up the middle. Might be trouble. It is. Second baseman can't handle it. He tried to barehand it. Pena bounces the ball right over the top of the pitcher. Second baseman tried to barehand it and throw it over the first, but it bounced off his hand, so Pena was able to get there. But even if he had picked it up, Pena would have beaten that throw. There's no way he would have been able to get him. Probably going to be a base hit. Pena on first with 2 outs. Looks like there's rain going on now in Fenway Park. DeCenzo is up. First pitch, swing and fouled off his ankle. He takes a moment to walk it off. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Zach DeCenzo at the bat with 1 strike, no balls, and Pena on first base. Yeah, everybody's covering up now with jackets and stuff. Fouled away by DeCenzo. That'll be strike 2, 0-2. Yeah, the rain's coming down. I wonder what the forecast is like. If they have a rain delay, it's going to be a little interesting. I haven't called a game yet with a delay. I might be able to do it. Sometimes I have class in the afternoon, but I can always cancel if I need to. Jeremy steals second base, but it doesn't matter because that's strike 3 on DeCenzo. That's out number 3. This is my cue to take a bathroom break, but I'm gonna put some text in for that. If I'm away and somebody joins, maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to type that in. I'm going to do that. Maybe I need to change the color. How about that? There we go. I'll be right back, guys. All right, everyone, I am back just in time for a hit to center field. Myers runs all the way back to the track to put it away. Dominic Smith, I missed a couple of pitches there. Took me a moment to go to the restroom. I apologize for that. These commercial breaks sometimes are super short. But the count was 1-2 against Dominic Smith, and he drove it out there. A line drive all the way out to center field. Myers was able to get it on the run right in the middle of the warning track. That brings up Nick Sogard. Takes a fastball right down the pipe, but Blanco's fastballs mostly have been in the low 90s. 2 fastballs in a row. That was a swing and a miss for strike 2. The first one was 93. This one was 94. I've only seen a couple at 96 in the game. I have to wonder if Blanco's tired. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Sogard. That one's low in the dirt. 1-2. It's interesting how just getting up and moving around can make you feel so much better. I've been sitting for too long today. Recently, I've been sitting too much. 94 miles an hour on the inside corner, just missed. Counts even 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, guys. If you're just joining, thank you so much for being here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Blanco. This is his 71st pitch. So Blanco not even yet halfway through the 4th, and already at 71 pitches. Bounces that one in the dirt for ball 3. 3-2. Goodness gracious. And I'm out of coffee, goodness gracious. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one's hit down the right side, just past the bag. Foul ball. That would have been a good one, though. DeCenzo was right there. Could have played that one and taken it to the bag himself. He was right on the line. Another full count pitch from Blanco's on the way. Sogard takes it for ball 4. That's way inside and low. 3 pitches low and inside. 2 of them in the dirt. That one just catchable by Diaz. Blanco taking a moment to get his hand all rosined up for the next batter. Runner on first base, 1 out for Ceddanne Rafaela. Sogard goes for second. Diaz throws. The throw is way too high. Altuve has to jump to grab it. Can't get the tag on, so he's going to be safe. Sogard's going to be safe at second base. Yeah, there was not even a chance for a tag there because that throw was so high. It's a good thing that Altuve was able to jump up and grab it, though. If it had sailed into center field, it could have been a... Yeah, if that throw had been on, he would have been out for sure. Just a bad throw. Not something you see from Diaz very often. But at least Altuve was able to keep it from going into center field, and Sogard could not advance. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. High, ball 2, 2-1. I like how they're starting to put these logos on the mound with their computer graphics. We've got the MasterCard logo on there. 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Right in the bottom of the zone. Good pitch. Strike 2. Good call, ump. That's what I like to see. When it's actually just clipping the bottom of the zone and you call it, good job. Even is the count. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, another full count by Blanco. He's got the runner on second base with 1 out. And the full count on Ceddanne Rafaela. He's looking for the call. He shakes off a couple. Now he's got what he wants. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. I'm going to load myself up with a little bit more coffee. This will be my week 2nd cup. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. Runner on second. 3-2 is the count against Rafaela. That one's high and inside. Ball 4. He walked him. Blanco now at how many pitches? 80. Good grief, 80 pitches. So right now he's at an average of 20 per inning, and he only has one out. Now, if we're lucky, he can get a double play ball here. Pitching coach comes out to have a word with Blanco, which is a good move for a couple of reasons. One is Blanco needs a break. Two, he needs to judge the condition of Blanco right now. I think the Astros should have a pitcher warming up. I know it's just the fourth inning, but I mean, he does look tired. He's looked tired since basically the beginning of the game. Still got rain coming down here in Boston. I want to take a look and see Fenway Park weather. Yeah, it says rain. Go figure, I can see that. Just kind of wondering how heavy. Humidity is 71 miles per hour, 27 mile per hour wind gusts. David Hamilton is up to bat. First pitch to him is hit out the left, but that's going to be foul for strike one. Runners on first and second for the Sox. Finally, the Astros have some action in the bullpen. Brian King is warming up, the left-hander. Tom Selleck look-alike. Magnum P.I. is going in the bullpen. This one's hit on the ground. Could be a double play ball. Altuve to second. Pena has no throw at first. So 2 outs, but runners on the corners. I want to see that replay there and see if it was just hit too hard. Altuve was playing a little deep, though, so the ball got to him a little bit slower. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. That brings up Jarren Duran. He did double off the wall in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 today. Batting .293 for the season. Here comes the first pitch to him, a little outside, ball 1. This will be the 84th pitch for Blanco. I've got too much Street Fighter on the brain. I keep wanting to say Blanca every time. This one's low and inside, ball 2. And the commentators, the Astros commentators, feeling positive. They think he won't get much more than 5 innings. I think he'll be lucky to get through this one at this rate. 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes a pitch. He throws over to first. It's wild. It goes out into all the way over to the wall. Runners will advance. That scores a run. Runner on first gets all the way to third. Goodness gracious. Well, it's like I said, he'd be lucky to get through this inning, and playing like that, small wonder. You know, I don't get it. I'm not a professional, and I know that everybody can play armchair coach or armchair quarterback or whatever. But Blanco just hasn't looked like he's there this game. It would have been a big service to him and the team to pull him out, I think. It was such a terrible throw to first. It was a one-hopper right in front of DeCenzo. He couldn't field it. It went all the way out to the wall. Runner scored from third. Guy went from first all the way over to third. Now the Red Sox are up 3-1 with 2 outs and a runner on third. Duran takes ball 3. 3-0. Here comes the pitch. That one straight in there for strike 1. 94 miles an hour right in the middle of the zone. Not surprising to throw one right down the gut. I might have been swinging like crazy on that one if I'd been Duran. I would have been expecting that one. Blanco steps off the mound. This will be the 87th pitch of the game for Blanco, and here it comes. High in the zone, strike 2. Little check swing, but didn't matter. It was in the zone. Full count. Blanco comes off the mound again. That's his second disengagement. Now here comes the pitch. Strike 3, foul tip. Blanco manages to get out of the inning, but not before shooting himself and the team in the foot with that horrible pickoff move to first base. We should have been concentrated on the batter, not the first base runner. Why did that even matter? You've got a runner on third with 2 outs, and you make a pickoff move to first base and throw it away, cost your team a run, and move the runner over to third. Man. So, with untimely pitching and an error, Blanco, going into the top of the 5th, has the Astros down 3-1. 3 runs in themselves are not a lot, but it could have been just 1 feasibly. Feasibly could have been 1. Let's take a look at the poll, see if we've got some answers here. Right now we're sitting at 100% within 2 weeks. That's optimistic. Everybody thinks that Verlander will be back within 2 weeks. Wouldn't that be nice? If he pitches tomorrow and he feels great and he pitches again, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that I heard Verlander is going to do 3 starts in AAA, 3 rehab starts, and then he'll be back. Whoop, I need to change the base runners right quick. And then he'll be back with the Astros. I believe that's what I heard. If he's back within 2 weeks, that would be great. I would not mind at all for him to get back and give Blanco and some of the others a rest, get into that rotation. All right, guys. Jake Meyers is first up, and he gets a hit right off the very first pitch, right down the middle. He gets a single line drive right up the middle, perfectly placed. Good job, Jake Meyers. The dangerous powerhouse, Jake Meyers. Right up the middle. 1 runner on here in the top of the 5th, no outs. Leadoff hit. Mauricio Dubon is up. First pitch to him is fouled away. He bounces it. That could have been a good hit there. Pitcher ran over to try to get it, but Dubon probably could have beaten that out. Meyers would have been on second. Could have had runners on first and second with that little tapper, but unfortunately it went foul. It's going to be strike 1. Houck is up to 60 pitches with this next delivery. Come on, Dubon. Doobie-doobie. Doobie-doobie-doo. Here comes a pitch. Outside by a good foot. Ball 1, 1-1. Well, that's interesting. My live feed is really behind. Next pitch is in there on the inside corner, just barely clips the edge. Umpire said, I like that one. Oh, yeah, strike 2, 1-2. Okay, that's some good-looking weak coffee right there, guys. It looks like tea. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, and he hits him right in the butt. Poor Dubon. He takes it for the team right in the posterior, in the derriere. I wonder if it got him where the batting glove is. No, that was right below, kind of on the thigh, so that looked like it smarted a little more. It's too bad it didn't hit him where he had those sliding gloves. He has a couple of big gloves in his back pocket. If it had hit him there, that would have been much better for him. Would have felt better. But it looked like it smarts. It smarted. It doesn't feel good to get hit by a ball going over 90 miles an hour, that's for sure. My personal hero, guys, Jose Altuve, is coming up next with runners on first and second, no outs. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .355 this season, 5th in the American League. Big little man. And I'm not kidding, man. My favorite all-time player. I love watching Altuve. He's just one of the few things that inspires me right now. Here comes the first pitch to Altuve. He is around the bunt, misses the bunt. That's going to be strike one. I see what you're thinking. He tried to do the running bunt there. That was right in the middle of the plate, so not only did he miss the opportunity to bunt, he missed a good swing. 0-1. This will be the 64th pitch by Houck. Runners on first and second, no outs. Here comes the pitch. He's showing bunt again. This one's fouled away. Strike two. 94 miles an hour on that one. And it was fouled hard on that bunt. So Altuve is down to 0-2. Now here comes the 0-2 pitch to Altuve. This one's hit up the middle. Is it going to land? Yes. No, it's not. He makes the catch. Oh my gosh. I really thought that was going to drop. My bad. Altuve struck that one solidly right up the middle, a line drive. Unfortunately, it was just a little too much carry. Center fielder was able to come in and get it, so that'll be out number one. What a good strike by Altuve, just not in the right spot. Wow, that brings up Alex Bregman with 2 outs. .226 average since the All-Star break. Not good at all for Bregman, but in recent games, and I would say about the last week and a half or 10 days, he's been hitting the ball really hard. First one is inside for ball one, 1-0. Here comes the next pitch from Houck. This one's grounded to the right side. Looks like it might be a double play. They throw it over there, but they don't get it. The first baseman loses his glove when he tries to field the throw. So Jake Myers will be safe at third base. Bregman will be safe at first base. Yeah, that throw to first base was right in the dirt. And on the scoop, the first baseman's glove came off. That was kind of weird. Haven't seen that before. So 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Astros. Dubon getting thrown out at second. Yordan Alvarez is up, and the Red Sox are going to intentionally walk Yordan Alvarez and put him on to load up the bases. Bregman will go to second. Yordan will go to first. This is pretty crazy. Yainer Diaz is batting .300. He's been on fire, and he's up with bases loaded. Here comes the first pitch. Outside, ball one. This is a perfect opportunity for Diaz to show they shouldn't have gambled with him. He's been on fire. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Oh, wow. That one was way inside and high, but called strike. Curveball. Just barely got the zone, apparently. 1-1. This will be the 70th pitch for Houck. 12 intentional walks for Alvarez this season. Here comes the pitch to Diaz. This one's hit off his foot. Foul ball for strike two. 1-2. Come on, Alvarez. Diaz, we need a big hit here. They show Alvarez on the screen, and I say Alvarez instead of Diaz. There's my spoon. I need to stir this a little bit. 1-2. Here comes the 71st pitch from Houck. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Diaz. A little outside, ball 2. 84 miles an hour. Count is even, 2-2 against Yainer Diaz. Here comes the pitch. Outside again, same identical pitch. Ball 3, full count. Here we go, guys. Top of the 5th, 2 outs, bases loaded. Yainer Diaz facing Tanner Houck. 2 outs, full count. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit. It's going to be a routine ground ball taken and fired over to first. No problem. Out number 3. Astros go back to doing what Astros do, stranding the runners on base. They strand them loaded. The Astros did this about 3 times in a game the other day, and it came back to bite them in the butt because the Rangers walked it off. I believe that was the walk-off game in the 10th inning. Now the Astros here, just down by 2 runs, have an opportunity to bring in some runs with bases loaded and a ground out to end the inning. Astros doing Astro things. 3 hits and 1 run and 1 error for the Astros. 4 hits, 3 runs, and 1 error for the Red Sox. That was a disappointing inning right there, if ever I saw one. And I've seen many with the Astros. The long ball has been an issue for the Astros. They haven't been hitting many homers, just lacking power, leaving runners on base. These are the 2 biggest issues right now. Astros starters haven't actually given up a tremendous amount of runs since the All-Star break. The relievers have let the team down a little bit with some clutch hits by the other team, just misplaced pitches at the wrong time. And the Astros batting right now just like my coffee. A little too weak. 6 likes on here. 4 more would be nice. If we can get at least to 10 here, that'd be great, guys. We do have 10 people watching, so if you can take a moment to like the video, I'd really appreciate that. Brian King is on the mound. Blanco not in for the 5th inning, as I was suspecting. ERA of 2.63 for King over 13 innings. 17 strikeouts in 13 innings and 7 walks. Walks not so good, but the strikeouts are good. Every time I see King, I want to play the Magnum PI music. Maybe I should get that somehow and put it into my software program so when he comes up to pitch, I can play that. If I had a button, I need like a layout here like some of the guys have that are calling play-by-play so I can play some of these clips. Check swing, strike 1. 90 miles per hour up and in. Kind of a protective swing by Wilyer Abreu there. 1 strikeout and a ground out for Abreu. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from King. Another high fastball swing and a miss. 0-2. Come on there, Magnum PI. Looking for the call. He's got what he wants, looks like. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another high fastball, but this one's probably almost a foot out of the zone. No swing on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can see the wind blowing the long bushy hair of King on the mound. It's kind of windy there. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on 4 pitches. 1 ball and 3 strikes. Abreu goes down, and that will bring up Masataka Yoshida, a former Oryx, is that right, or Cebu Lions? Can't remember which one. First pitch to him is off the plate for ball 1, a little outside there. Good foot, actually. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the pitch from King. That one is another pitch outside, but check swing. They say he didn't go. Not so sure about that. He looked pretty close to me. 0 for 2 so far today with a ground out and a line out. Yosta now has a 2-0 count. Here comes the next pitch from King. Right in there, upper inside corner, strike one, 2-1. One out, no one on for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's the next pitch from King. This one's hit high. It's going to be playable. Bregman's probably over there. He is, and he makes the catch just a few feet from the wall. If it's anywhere near the wall or playable, even over the fence or in the dugout, Bregman has a really good chance of catching it. He's just like a vacuum cleaner over there. And he sucks that one up for out number 2. I think it'd be really cool to follow the Astros around on a road trip. Just go and see some of these road games in some of these famous parks. First pitch is up and in, just misses the zone for ball 1 against Rafael Devers. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. King looking for the signal. He's got what he wants. Here comes the pitch. That's in the outside corner for strike 1. 92 miles an hour. How cool would that be to just follow the Astros to a bunch of road games and go to a bunch of different ballparks? Wind up in Houston with a home stand. That would be pretty cool. Dream goals, I guess. Strike 2, swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count. I'd love to meet my hero, Jose Altuve. That'd be great. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swinging a foul ball on that 93-mile-per-hour pitch. Fouled off into the crowd. Becomes a souvenir. Another 1-2 pitch coming up in just a moment. They're showing Sonic commercials right now. This one's tapped by Devers to Pena, who has to fire it over to first. He's got him just in time. Devers thinks he was safe. But there's no way that Devers beat that throw. It was close, but Pena fired it over there perfectly. Picked that up. No review incoming. Out number 3. We're going to move into the top of the 6th. Astros looking to tack some runs onto the board here. King does a really good job of getting 3 up and 3 down. A solid 5th inning performance for King, Brian King, the pitcher. Let's take a look at the poll here. Poll still showing Verlander. For those of you who don't know, I've got a poll in the chat. When will Verlander be back? Within 2 weeks, within a month, by the playoffs at the earliest. What do you think? Take a moment to answer that if you will. I know it seems silly, but just interaction with the poll. It's kind of like liking the video or making a comment in the live chat or continuing to watch the video or subscribing to the channel. All of these things actually are observed and recorded by the YouTube algorithm to determine if they should show my channel to more people. And the more people that see it, the more people that come in, the more people that comment, and et cetera, the more interaction there is, basically, then the more exposure I get, and the more the channel can grow, the faster it can grow. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that. Got 6 likes right now, 6 watching, so it's equal. It's sad, I was up to 10 people a moment ago, and I didn't get the extra likes. I just got the 1 extra like. But for some reason, 2 of the Texas Rangers games, my views went crazy when it got to the 7th inning. I got up to 46 views at one point, most I've ever had watching the game simultaneously. So I thank you for your support if you were one of those. John Singleton is up to bat. He's batting DH in the 5th spot. First pitch to him is outside. Tanner Houck is still on the mound. This will be his 75th pitch, the 1-0 pitch. That one's on the inside corner, fouled away by Singleton. 1-1. 90th pitch incoming. John Singleton looks like a big bad boy, but he needs to hit that ball to prove it. That one is low and inside, bounces off the dirt and rolls to the back Ball two. About 89 miles per hour in that one. It's nice to see Singleton not swinging at a curveball that's in the dirt. He doesn't swing at that one, but it's in the lower part of the zone for strike two. The count is now even. It looks like the rain has temporarily stopped, so I see a bunch of women in the crowd in the back. They're all like stroking their hair and combing their hair out. But there's a hit. It looks like McSingleton hits it into the gap. It's cut off by the center fielder, so he's going to have to stop. He just barely missed getting it through the gap for a double, but McSingleton is on first with a leadoff hit for the Astros. I do have to say that I love how Singleton discards the bat. It's one of my favorite bat flips. It's actually a non-bat flip. He just drops it like it's nothing. Pena up, a little tapper to the mound. They're going to try to go for two, but there's not going to be a play. All they get is Singleton at second. So Jeremy Pena will now be on first base. Singleton will jog to the dugout. It's better to have Pena on base if you're going to have somebody on base, but of course the trade-off is that you've got an out. Zach DeCenzo comes up. He's got one strikeout, and he was able to get on first base because of an error. Let's see if he can do something here. Here comes the first pitch to him. A little low, called strike, just barely clips the zone. 0-1. Got big hopes for these guys coming up from AAA. I hope somebody can just really get it going. He was tearing it up at the plate. Hopefully he can get that going here in the majors. Here comes the next pitch. This one's in the zone, inside, swing and fouled off. 0-2. Man, I really want to see a DeCenzo home run. He hit one off the wall the other day, a really strong hit, and then he had another hit, another single. He was looking pretty good. Kind of quiet this game so far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Hulk. This one's grounded to the shortstop. It looks like it's going to be a double play ball, and it is. They beat him by at least a full step. It's going to be it for the Astros in the top of the sixth, so they do strand another runner. Actually, technically, they strand two. We're going to go into the bottom of the sixth. Scores unchanged. 3-1 Boston. Each team having 4 hits and 1 error. Let's see here. Who's coming up for the Red Sox? Brian King is still listed as being on the mound. We'll see if that remains true or not. He's going to be facing, or whoever the pitcher is going to be facing Connor Wong, followed by Dominic Smith, and then Nick Sogard. I think I have to turn my fan on. Starting to get a little warm over in this area. This corner, I've got the big screen, the computer, my hat, and the headphones. All of this creates kind of a very warm head. And with this warm coffee, that doesn't help. All I really need to do is turn on this fan, and it will pull that AC air over here for me. Six people watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening in. It is summer break for me right now. I've got a little bit of a break from my studies. Week after next, I'll be going back to start my classes up again. Actually, within the next few days, I believe I have to go and apply for my visa renewal. Caleb Ort is on the mound for the Astros. First fastball he throws in is 98 miles an hour in the upper part of the zone. Swing and miss by Connor Wong. Strike one. 1.35 ERA and 6.2 innings for Ort. This is a swing and hit out to right field, but it's caught by Dubon. Nice, easy, lazy line drive. Out number one. That'll bring up Dominic Smith. Ort actually did pitch for the Red Sox for 3 seasons. This is his first time to pitch here in an Astros uniform. That's pretty interesting. First pitch to Smith is on the upper outside corner, and Smith is kind of making fun of the call, but it was on the edge of the corner. So there you go. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball one. One ball, one strike, one out. Here comes the pitch to Dominic Smith. Ooh, wow. Curveball on that same upper outside corner, but just a little too far out. Ball two, 2-1. Caleb Ort dealing on the mound. Here comes the pitch. On the outside corner, fouled away by Dominic Smith. Over on the left side, that evens the count 2-2. That pitch 98 miles an hour. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Ort after a little bit of a pause. Right in the bottom of the zone. Oh, it nicked the zone, but the umpire laid off for a full count. That is amazing. That was definitely strike three there. That was a good pitch. Man, whew. Full count pitch on the way. Curveball, strike three. He's going to be running towards first base. It was in the dirt, but Diaz easily makes the throw over there. Out number two. Caleb. All right, let's see here. Caleb Ort. There we go. I got his picture updated on the screen there. Now I need to change the name. Trying to update my information on the screen for you guys. First pitch to Sogard is a strike. He takes it. All right, there we go. I'll get the picture updated on the screen. 0-1. Here's the 10th pitch from Ort to Sogard. Outside, ball one, 1-1. All of the big hits and runs have come from the lower part of the lineup for the Red Sox tonight. The opening hitters, the top of the lineup hasn't done anything. They're like 1 for 17. Pretty crazy that Blanco is struggling with the lower part of the lineup, or he was. 2-1, that was a ball. Ort comes quickly to the next pitch. Fouled low in the zone, bounces off of Sogard's foot. 98 mile per hour fastball. Count is 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Here in the bottom of the sixth, here comes the pitch from Ort. 100 miles an hour just off the outside corner. Ball three, another full count. Is he going to go back to the curveball here? He comes set. He's got the call. Here comes the pitch. Right in there, 99 miles an hour. No doubter, strike three got him looking. That's three outs. Good outing for Ort. So far, the Astros relievers coming in and answering the call here. 2 solid innings from Brian King and Caleb Ort. The 5th and the 6th inning, they shut down the Red Sox 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Coming up for the Astros, let's see who we've got here. There hasn't been an official change yet for the Red Sox from Tanner Hoke. So he might still be in the game. We will see in just a few moments when we come back from the break. But I believe my personal hero is leading off the top of the 7th, Jose Altuve, followed by Bregman and Alvarez. No, I'm sorry. It appears that... Oh, okay, I see. They made some changes to the lineup at the beginning of the game, and I forgot about that. 2 more batters. Jose Altuve is going to be the 3rd batter this inning. Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon are up next. Pretty awesome 2021 American League Championship highlights from Game 4. Astros had a 7-run inning, including RBIs by Altuve. All right, here comes the pitch to Myers. Myers takes a swing at the first pitch. His last at bat, Myers had a single on the very first pitch. This one, he's thinking the same thing, but he fouls that one away for strike 1. Lucas Sims is now on the mound for the Red Sox, replacing Houck. Here comes the second pitch to Myers. Fouled back again. 2 swings, 2 strikes off 2 foul balls. Lucas Sims. See if I can get his picture on there for you guys. I see all of his pictures with the Reds. I got to find one, see if he's got one with the Red Sox. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Myers. This one's hit to center field, into the gap. Is it going to make it? It is. It's over his head, bounces off the wall. Myers is easily going to get 2. He's booking for 3. He's going for 3. Is he going to get there? He slides in. The throw is too late. It bounces to the dugout. Myers is in there with a triple off the wall in right center field. Wow, Myers just putting on the afterburners there. He looked like he was running out of gas when he got to third. The Red Sox lucky that that ball didn't get stuck over in the dugout or something. They had a guy back there to get it. Wow. That was an excellent hit by Myers. What a great leadoff at bat. Exactly what the Astros need. A runner on third with no outs. Mauricio Dubon is up to bat and immediately takes the first pitch for strike 1. Dubon has scored 9 out of 15 times. He's been able to score runners on third base 9 out of 15 times. It's better than the league average. Takes another, this one's a check swing. Strike 2. 0-2. Here comes the next pitch to Dubon. Low and away in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2. Ooh, man. Great opportunity to at least close the gap, if not tie this game here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Sims, and that one's outside for ball 2. 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, high in the zone. Dubon goes down on strikes with that whiff. 1 out. That brings up the big little man, the little engine that could. Jose Altuve. The crowd boos stupidly, as usual. 1 walk and a run for Altuve. He doesn't have any hits yet. First pitch to him is on the inside for strike 1. 96 miles an hour. Oh and 1 is the count to Altuve. That one's way high. Curveball. Ball 1. 1-1. Altuve looking to extend his hitting streak to 4 today. This one is hit hard to left field. It might be over the monster. It is. It's gone. Oh my gosh. It is so far above the monster. It barely stays in the park. It hits the top of the sign in left field. The green monster, the crowd, and then the sign. It hits off that top sign. Altuve ties this game up with a huge swing, a monstrous swing that sends the ball flying off that big green fence in left field. And you know what that means. I'm going to show you right now what that means. There we go. Let's see if I can show it. There we go. That's right. Altuve, my hero, comes through. He hasn't had a home run in almost a month. It's been about 28 or 29 days. And he finally gets another. I believe that moves him up the list of homers for Astros. Bregman, Lucas Sims moving through the pitch count really quickly with Bregman here. Just throws the second ball. The count's 2-1. I apologize for getting behind, but just so excited about that home run from Altuve. Bregman hits it out to left field. That one's going to drop. It's going to be a single for Bregman. A rip out into left field, just cut off by the left fielder. Keeps him from a double, but now Bregman is on first base with 1 out. Excellent, guys. I'm loving this inning so far. This game is tied with Bregman on first base. Yordan Alvarez is due up. Are they going to pitch to him finally? It looks like they're going to pitch to him. 1 out, 1 runner on. The score is tied here in the top of the 7th. The Astros have already put on 2 thanks to that monstrous shot by Jose Altuve. Man, how long was that homer? How far was that? That was a blast. Good grief, that was a blast. Alvarez is in the box, ready to go. Here comes the first pitch from Sims. This one's smashed right down the right field line. It looks like he's going to get a base hit. Wow. He crushed that ball to first base. The first baseman was not able to handle it. It trickled away from him out of bounds. The second baseman and the pitcher came over to try to cover first base, but Alvarez was able to beat the throw, so everybody's safe. First and second. I don't know how Bregman didn't get over to third base on that. Man, why didn't he get over to third? But it doesn't matter. Runners at first and second. That brings up Yainer Diaz. Diaz with another opportunity to do something with runners in scoring position, this time with just 1 out. The infielders are coming over. The coach is coming out. Is this it for Sims? Yep, they're taking the ball. They're going to swap out the pitcher. They got a pitching change going on. They're taking Lucas Sims out. Of course, right after I get his picture. I just located his picture, but I guess now I don't have to worry about that. Man, 8 hits now for the Astros. The Astros and the Red Sox were tied at 4 hits, with the Red Sox up 3-1, and now suddenly we're tied with the Astros sitting on 8 hits. What a game. Suddenly it's a very, very interesting game. Man. 7 people watching now. Thank you for joining. Thanks for listening in. I've only got 6 likes on the live stream. If I could at least get 4 more, I'd appreciate it. Help me get up to 10. Try to get some action going here. Over the past couple of days, I took a break yesterday because there was no game. But my game 1, Game 2, and Game 3, the Astros at Arlington against the Rangers, those were records for me. This is only my 20th live stream game. But those 3 games last week versus the Rangers, Game 1 was many more viewers than usual. Game 2 went crazy and like tripled that. And then Game 3 was another 100 over that. So the last 3 live streams have performed really well, particularly from the 7th inning on. It seems like a lot of people are tuning in towards the end of the game. It'd be nice to see that again today. Right now, we are in the top of the 7th. The Astros are going kind of crazy. Yeah, Jose Altuve is now 4th. With that home run, he's finally the 4th all-time home run leader for the Houston Astros. So that's awesome. It's really cool when they show the list. They show one of my childhood heroes, Glenn Davis. You know, Glenn Davis is also known as the Big Bopper because he had the ability to hit home runs. He wasn't a massive home run hitter, but he did have a pretty good bat, and I collected a lot of his cards. It was just good memories. 2 on, 1 out for Yainer Diaz. Runners on first and second. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. 21 RBIs for Yainer Diaz this season from the 7th inning on. He's number 1 on the team for that. Here comes the second pitch to him, way outside, almost a wild pitch. Barely caught by the catcher. He tosses it back to Zach Kelly, who is the new pitcher for the Red Sox. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Diaz. Bregman and Alvarez on first and second. Here comes the next pitch to Diaz. This is hit hard. It's going to get through. Bregman is not going to be able to score, but it is through. There's a base hit by Diaz to left field in between the third baseman and the shortstop. The 9th hit of the game for the Astros. Now bases are loaded with 1 out. What is that, about 90 feet from third base to home? That's how far away the Astros are from taking the lead in this game. John Singleton comes up to bat. He's the DH this game. First pitch to him is grounded foul down the first baseline. Strike 1. Oh, man. I'm praying for a John Singleton grand slam. John Singleton usually in at first base. He's DHing today. It'd be great to see him do something amazing right here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bases loaded. Inside, it's going to be a wild pitch, but Bregman is not going to be able to advance. It doesn't roll too far away, maybe about 14 feet away from the plate. If he had taken a big lead off there, maybe there would have been a chance. He didn't really see it. No, he didn't even try to fake a run to home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to John Singleton. 1 out, top of the 7th, bases loaded. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Zach Kelly. Off the end of the bat, fouled away. Strike 2, 1-2 against Singleton. Singleton does have a good single, so Single McSingleton has a single this game. Another single here would be just good. Grand slam would be preferable. But any hit here I'll be happy to sing the praises and let him unbutton his shirt as far as he wants. Here comes the pitch. High, ball 2, 2-2. Jeremy Pena on deck. Single McSingleton. Let's see if he can do it again. 2-2. Here comes a pitch from Kelly. This one's hit hard. Is it going to drop in the gap? It is. It's going to drop. That's going to score at least one run. Jordan puts on the brakes at third base, and the Astros take the lead 4-3 on another single by McSingleton. Single McSingleton singles again. Dude, unbutton that shirt, man. You deserve it. 2 hits for a single, 2 singles for Singleton today. This one giving the Astros the lead. Perfectly placed, well-timed hit. Now, this is what the Astros were known for when they made their run to the World Series, is making you pay when you gave them opportunities. Jeremy Pena comes up, first pitch to him is hit up the middle. It's another hit. Another run will score just like that. One pitch to Jeremy Pena, single right up the middle. 11 hits now for the Astros, and they are up by 2. They started the inning off down by 2. Now they are up by 2. 5-3 Astros. This is what we're talking about here, guys. This is the Astros of old. This is what I've been waiting to see. Astros going gangbusters here in the 7th inning. They score 1 in the first, put up goose eggs all the way through the 6th, and now suddenly 4, and they still got bases loaded with 1 out. That's going to be a coach and infield meeting on the mound. They're probably discussing right now how they can maximize the amount of runs that the Astros get this inning. They're going to take a quick break after this. Zach DeCenzo, the new guy, is on deck, or he's coming up to bat, rather. Big opportunity for DeCenzo. He hasn't gotten any hits yet this game. He did get on base on an error. Let's see if he can do something here. First pitch to him with bases loaded and no outs is on the way from Kelly. Low and away, ball 1. Even if DeCenzo can get a walk here, it'll be a victory. Red Sox have a handlebar mustache reliever going in the bullpen. Don't know the name of the guy, though. Here comes a 1-0 pitch from Kelly. Way inside, ball 2, 2-0. Maybe the coach told the pitcher, don't throw any strikes. If you have to, walk this guy and give the Astros a 3-run lead. Pretty sure that's what he said. 2-0 is the count. Here comes the next pitch to DeCenzo. DeCenzo takes that one on the outside corner for strike 1. That was a good pitch, right on the edge of the zone. 89 miles an hour. It's interesting to see DeCenzo chewing the bubble gum. Sometimes he's blowing bubbles. He reminds me of just a Little League player, a serious Little League player. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one's inside. Foul ball bounces off the catcher. I think it got him on the hand. Got him somewhere. Where did it hit him at? Maybe on the leg? On the inner part of the leg? Counts even 2-2. The umpire cleans off the plate. Gives the catcher a moment to recover himself. That was a nice hack by DeCenzo, but that ball was just barely on the inside bottom corner of the zone. 2-2. He's back in the batter's box now. We're ready to go. Kelly's got the call he wants. He gets adjusted on the mound, and here comes the pitch. Way inside, ball 3, full count. Nothing but movement on all these pitches by Kelly so far. Nothing but breaking balls and moving balls. Nothing fast. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch to DeCenzo. Hit up the middle. Could be a double play. And it is. The throw to first base was a little high, but he's able to nab it. So that shuts down the Astros. They've missed the opportunity to extend that lead even more. Very happy that the Astros got 4 runs there. Can't complain about that, but leaving 3 runners on with 1 out, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing. The new guy had such a tremendous opportunity to really win himself some fans in Houston, and he wasn't able to come through. So still no hits for DeCinzo this game. Astros strand 3, but they come away by moving up to 11 hits so far this game, 5 runs, and reclaim the lead 5-3 over the Red Sox. And speaking of the Red Sox, they have Ceddanne Rafaela coming up to lead off the bottom of the 7th, followed by David Hamilton and Jarren Duran. Caleb Ort probably won't be on the mound for the Astros, but as soon as I find out who it is, I'll let you know. I'm surprised that the viewers haven't gone up on this game yet. Really exciting inning now, suddenly. Got 6 viewers, but whoever you are, thank you for staying in. It seems that I've had consistently at least 5 viewers this game, maybe no more than 8. Now I have 8, so new viewers, welcome in. Just so you know, we are in the bottom of the 7th, just about to start the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox are about to come up to bat. They gave up 4 runs to the Astros in the top of the 7th, giving them the lead 5-3. If you have the opportunity, I'd really appreciate you liking the video, at the very least. It does look like Caleb Ort, is going to stay on the mound for the Astros. Caleb Ferguson, another Caleb, a recently acquired pitcher, is warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. He gave up really terrible hit that cost the Astros kind of recently. Hopefully he can do better today. First batter is Ceddanne Rafaela. Here comes the pitch from Ort. Right on the outside corner, 97 miles an hour, strike 1. Just barely clipped the corner. Rafaela laughing at it. He thought it was outside, but it was right on the corner, right on the edge. 0-1 pitch is on the way. That one is also on the corner, but fouled away by Rafaela. 0-2. 97 miles an hour. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swing and fouled back again. Count will remain 0-2. Today's kind of the official kickoff for a holiday here in Japan, so it seems like a lot of people are not booking classes for me. I might have a kind of a free day today. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little up and out, 98 miles an hour. First ball thrown by Ort. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 is the count to Ceddanne Rafaela. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball just missed in the top of the zone. Evens the count 2-2. Yeah, I still don't have any classes scheduled today. That's interesting. I guess everyone's taking vacation with their family. 2-2 pitches way outside. That's a full count. Yeah, this one batter, no matter what happens here, it's possible that this might be Ort's last batter. Full count to Rafaela. The 21st pitch from Ort is on the way. Fastball right in the zone, popped up, and looks like it's going to be over. Yeah, it's out of play. Just maybe about 8 feet into the crowd, so no play for Dubon. There's going to be another full count pitch from Ort. Here comes the second full count pitch from Ort. Another one fouled away. Fastball right in the zone, 98 miles an hour. Looks like Ort's just trying to fire one by him, just speed it past him, but Rafael is just able to get enough of it to foul it off on the late swings. Here comes another full count pitch. Another one, identical. 3 pitches in a row, 98 miles an hour, right in the zone, fouled away to the right side by Rafaela. Three balls and 2 strikes. This will be the 4th full count pitch for Ort. And here it comes. Fouled away again on the right side, 98 miles an hour. Every pitch has been a fastball at the same exact speed, right in the zone. Every one of them fouled off to the right side by Rafaela. Here comes the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Finally got him. Ort throws the same exact speed fastball, but this one is further inside instead of the middle of the zone. Rafaela took a big whiff at it, struck out, and that will definitely be it for Caleb Ort. As soon as he gets the strikeout, Joe Espada comes out of the dugout to go out to the mound, say thank you very much for your service, pull him off of the front, send him to the dugout, or the trench, and bring in the other Caleb, which I believe is Caleb Ferguson, if I'm not mistaken, who's only pitched 2 or 3 times for the Astros so far this season since he's joined. I believe I've got his picture. Yes, I do. I don't have a professional picture of him in an Astros uniform, but I do have a picture of him in an Astros uniform warming up that I was able to capture from a video, so I can put that in the game here, put that in the software. Caleb Ferguson. I think that's how you spell his name. If not, I will correct it in just a moment. Going into the top of the 8th, in just a moment after this inning, or after the end of the 7th, let's see who's gonna be up. Okay, Jake Myers, Mauricio Dubon, and Jose Altuve. They're due up in the top of the 8th. Right now, here in the bottom of the 7th, the Astros have 1 out against the Red Sox. Caleb Ort has a strikeout. They pulled him and replaced him with Caleb Ferguson. I did spell Ferguson's name slightly wrong. I spelled it with an E instead of a U, so I need to change that. I'll make that minor correction right quick. No runners on, 1 out for Ferguson. Left-hander facing a right-hander. Romy Gonzalez appears to be a pinch hitter. Pretty interesting. Hamilton does have a hit this game, but Gonzalez is taking his place. The first pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. Here comes the second pitch. Curveball, 79, right in the outside part of the zone. Strike 1, 1-1. Gonzalez batting .284 this year. Pinch hitting .222. Here comes the pitch. Another curveball, but that one's a little outside for ball 2. 5-3, the Astros are leading here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Caleb Ferguson dealing to Romy Gonzalez. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. Not sure what Gonzalez is doing. He's walking towards first base. Are they saying that it hit him? There's no way. That's just ball 3. I'm not really sure what's going on there. They say, no, that's ball 4. 4-pitch walk. One of those was right in the zone, and they put it as a strike. That was confusing. So there's a runner on first base with 1 out. Another ball to the next batter, Jarren Duran. That was really confusing. Even the Astros commentators are confused, but they're speculating if that hit him or not. Yeah, nobody knows. I don't even know what happened. That was weird. This next one is in the strike zone. So strike 1. Still no explanation for what happened on that count. It should have been 3 balls and 1 strike, but he just walked to first base. So weird. 1-1. Duran hits this one to Altuve, but it's too far to his right. He can't get it. Gonzalez is going to get all the way over to third. A single for Duran. Now with 1 out, the Red Sox have runners on the corners. This is not the kind of performance that you wanted from Ferguson. So Caleb Ort is able to get the first strikeout. He comes out. They bring in Caleb Ferguson. And now he's got runners on the corners with 1 out. Okay, I just found out why they got the walk. They gave the walk to Gonzalez. They said there was a pitch clock violation on Ferguson, the pitcher. So the first base runner got on as a result of a pitch clock violation. And that resulted in a walk, a ball 4 walk. Very interesting. So the first strike that he pitched to Gonzalez actually was a ball because of a pitch clock violation, so it was a 4-pitch walk. That brings up Rob Refsnyder. Refsnyder? It's an interesting name. First pitch to him is ball 1. Refsnyder is pinch hitting for Abreu. Taylor Scott warming up now in the bullpen. Probably a wise idea. Here comes the next pitch to Refsnyder. This one is fouled back for strike 1, 1-1. Ferguson, you can redeem yourself here by forcing a double play ball. So let's get on that. One ball, 1 strike to Rob Refsnyder. Caleb Ferguson dealing with runners on the corners, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Did he go on that check swing? Umpire says no. Ball 2, 2-1. I'm up to 7 likes. Thanks, guys. 3 more to go to get to 10. 5 people watching. Hasn't shot up yet. 2-1 pitch. Inside corner. Could have gone either way, but umpire liked it. Strike 2. 2-2. 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Two and 2 pitch. It's now on the way. Curve ball, low in the zone. Swing and miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. Refsnyder goes down swinging. Very, very important out there. With runners on the corners, very important second out. Yoshida is due up. He doesn't have any hits this game. He's been left on base once. Are they going to pinch hit for him? It looks like they're going to pinch hit for Yoshida. They're pinch hitting for the designated hitter. That's interesting. I guess it's because they've got the left-hander on the mound. But they're not going to let Ferguson pitch to him. Danny Jansen is the pinch hitter. But as soon as he comes out, Espada comes out to make a change. Takes the ball from Ferguson. Ferguson's going to sit down. And they are going to bring in another pitcher. Might be Brian Abreu. That might not be a bad move. If Abreu gets a quick out, he might be able to pitch the 8th inning, but we'll see. As soon as I get an update who's going to be pitching, I'll let you know. But I'm going to take a guess, because I did see Abreu out in the bullpen. So I'm going to take a guess and say that it's Abreu. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll have to change it again. But if I'm right, then I'll save my time from having to do it during the game, which is always easy. Changing the pitchers' names between innings is always so much easier because I don't have to call the game. I don't have to multitask, do two things at the same time. There we go. Update that. Excellent. Finished. All right, guys, so where we're standing right now, there's a short break while there's a pitching change. The Astros are bringing in another pitcher. Caleb Ort got the first out on a very long at-bat. Finally got the strikeout, and after that they pulled him and brought in Caleb Ferguson, who proceeded to get give up a walk on a pitch clock violation, then a single that allowed the runner on first base to get all the way over to third. With runners on the corner, he did get a strikeout for out number 2, but after that, they pulled Ferguson, and now we have Taylor Scott on the mound. Oh, yeah, that's right. Why did I forget that? They did have Scott warming up in the bullpen, but I was thinking Abreu. Why in the world did I not remember that? I was way wrong, guys. That's okay. Scott is now in the game with 2 runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch is outside. Runner goes to second base. Diaz fakes the throw. So Duran will be safe in second. 2 runners on. Now at second and third. 1 ball, no strikes to Emmanuel Valdez. Swing and a miss. That's interesting. They had Jansen coming in to pinch hit for Yoshida, and whenever the Astros brought in Scott, they changed to Valdez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, little high. Ooh, called strike. Crowd boos that one, and the hitter, Valdez, doesn't like it. He backs out and he shakes his head. He calls for timeout. I can't blame him. That pitch was at least 3 inches above the zone. Scott got lucky. He got a lucky call with that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It goes the Astros' way, but kind of a bad call by the umpire. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Outside by a good foot, at least. That evens the count 2-2. Wow. You hate to see calls like that, but, it happens both ways, so. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's also high and out, just a little, maybe 4 or 5 inches out of the zone. Full count. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, full count. Valdez, batting .226 this year, has pushed Taylor Scott to a full count. Crowd's finally making a little noise. Here comes the pitch, and that was in the dirt for ball 4. This has got to be the I don't want to say maybe the laziest, the most laid back crowd I've heard this entire season. They've got bases loaded. They just got to walk. They've got an opportunity to do something here with 2 outs, and the crowd is just like, what is with the Fenway crowd? Here comes the first pitch from Scott to Devers. Swing and a miss. Perfectly placed fastball up in the zone, just in the very top of the zone, 93 miles an hour. .281 average with bases loaded for Devers. And this game, he's 0 for 2. Man, he must really love himself some. He's got a huge mound of something in his mouth. I don't know. He's always got something chewing on it. Is that tobacco? That's disgusting. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Devers. Fouls it away. Strike two. Diaz claps in his glove for Scott with that good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch from Scott's on the way. Strike three, swing and a miss on the outside corner. Devers crushes his helmet down on the ground. Really disappointed in himself. Excellent performance. Scott was the guy I was happy to see in there. Overall, Scott is pretty solid with his performance. Gets the Astros out of the inning. Red Sox come away with nothing. That's the kind of performance we need from our relievers. Preserve that lead. That very precious, rare lead. A 2-run lead. We're going to go into the top of the 8th, guys, with the Astros up by 2, 5-3. And can't say for sure if Taylor Scott is going to be still in the game in the next inning. Probably not, but just for kicks, I'm going to put his name in there for now, since Brian Abreu is definitely not the pitcher. Taylor Scott. Tanner Houck is definitely not in the game. He left the game a couple of innings ago. But I will try to update the Red Sox pitcher as soon as I find out who it is. Man, another close, tense game. So many pinch hitters brought in by the Red Sox in just one inning. 4. And one was changed twice when the Astros had a pitching change. They changed the pinch hitter a second time. Didn't work out, though, thankfully. Got 8 people watching. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you are. Whether you are an Astros fan, a Red Sox fan, or just baseball fan, doesn't matter. I appreciate it. If you have a moment, I'd really like it if you would put a like on the video. It would be good for me and the channel, help it grow. This game hasn't taken off yet. We're going into the 8th inning, and the views haven't taken off like they did with the Rangers games. For some reason, the Rangers games just really took off. Luis Garcia is on the mound for the Red Sox. The first pitch is a little wild for ball 1 to Jake Meyers. Jake Meyers has been doing really well this game. He has a couple of hits, a triple and a single, and he has a couple of RBIs. Here comes the next pitch to him. Outside upper corner for strike 1. Oh, my bad. Meyers does not have any RBIs. I just meant he had a couple of hits. But he didn't have anybody on when he got those hits. But his triple did lead to a left on base, so that's not surprising. Nice easy swing out the left field. That's all the way to the warning track. That's going to be taken in by the left fielder right in the middle of the track. Doesn't quite get to the wall, but Meyers threatened again to get an extra base hit. Out number 1. That brings up Mauricio Dubon. Dubon is basically 0 for 3 today. He's got a strikeout. He was left on base. First pitch from Luis Garcia is on the way. In the dirt, check swing. Did he go? They say, yes, he did. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Dubon. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, that was a very lazy swing by Dubon there on what looked like perhaps a slider. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Garcia. Swing and a miss again. Another lazy swing by Dubon. 2 pitches in a row just completely fools Dubon, and he goes around. So a check swing strike and 2 lazy swing strikes. Dubon goes down looking like trash. His batting average now is down to 260. It continues to fall. He's getting closer and closer to Meyer's batting average. But my hero's coming up to bat, who had that monstrous 2-run homer all the way over the crowd, over the monster. The very first pitch almost takes off his head. Holy crap. Altuve smiling and laughing about that after he backpedaled. He's nodding. He's like, yeah, it's all right. I'm ready. I'm good. He's still got a smile on his face. He steps back in the box. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Garcia. This one's hit, but foul. That's going to be strike number 1. 1-1. My hero. So happy to see him finally get another home run after about a month of not having one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Whoa! Almost hit him again. What is the deal here? 2 balls, 1 strike. Altuve having to dodge those. That one was at his chest. The first one was at his head. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Garcia. That one's inside and low. Check swing. They say he went. Not so sure about that one. Altuve calls the timeout there. 2-2. Takes off his helmet. Wipes the sweat away. Gets a breather. The count's even at 2-2. Here comes the pitch to Altuve. This one's bounced towards short. Nice big hopper. Play over by the shortstop. Did he get him? It was close. They call him out. That looks like it'll be out number 3. No review on that. So Altuve grounds out to end the inning. We will move into the bottom of the 8th with the Astros up 5-3 over the Boston Red Sox. Short break. I'm going to run in here and grab a drink. But actually I want to change this text on screen right quick. Short break. There we go. All right, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. I managed to get back before the break was over this time. Good job, me. Not nearly as many people watching the game on my live stream as the past 3 games of the Rangers. Were those games really that much? Wait a second. What? Oh, I just noticed something on the screen. I've got the Boston Red Sox logo up there, but I never changed the name to the Red Sox. I put the text in. It still shows Rangers. I got to change that. Brian Abreu is now in for the Astros. But I can't believe that I have the Red Sox name as the Rangers. Why did I not change that? Oh, well, there's some disrespect towards the Rangers there. I mean, the Red Sox. Sorry about that. Brian Abreu is up on the mound. Bottom of the order is due up for the Rangers. Quickly, the count moves to 1-1. While I was adjusting the information on the screen, there was a ball and a strike, so it's a 1-1. Next pitch is a little high for ball 2, 2-1. Ryan Abreu. There we go. I got that information updated. Everything should be good now. Connor Wong facing a 2-1 count against Abreu. Here comes the pitch. 94 miles an hour, fouled away into the crowd. That's 2-2 now. Two balls, two strikes. Here comes the pitch to Wong. Right in the zone curveball, 84 miles an hour, fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Guys, if I don't have any students sign up for classes this afternoon, I might just close all of my openings because it's a big holiday here. People are spending time with their family. I guess nobody's studying today. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Abreu's got that 2-2 strikeout. Wong goes down. No hits today for Wong. Probably his last at bat. Man, it is raining again. You can see the rain coming down now. A little heavier than before, I believe. 1 out. Dominic Smith is up to bat. First pitch, swing and a miss. 86 mile per hour curve. Strike 1. Keep showing me that vintage Abreu. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one's hit down the first base line. Taken by DeCenzo, no problem. Steps on the bag. Just an easy bouncer. An easy bouncer. Out number 2. Man, that rain out there looks much heavier than it did earlier. Earlier, I couldn't see it when it was on the field, raining on the players. But I could see it in the lights. First pitch to the next batter's hit out to right field. Looks like it's going to be an extra base hit. Bounces in the crowd. That's going to be a ground rule double for Nick Sogard. Yeah, the rain is coming down much harder now. Runner on first base. Nick Sogard gets that ground rule double. First pitch to Ceddanne Rafaela is a ball a little outside the zone there. 1-0. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0. So after 2 quick outs, Abreu gives up a double, and now he's behind in the count to Rafaela. 2-0. This is going to be the 12th pitch for Abreu. Here it comes. Low and away, just missed the zone. 97 miles an hour, ball 3. It's a little unclear if the rain is affecting Abreu or not. We'll see. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way, and that's outside. A little check swing, but he wasn't anywhere near around. So that's going to be 2 base runners on with 2 outs. Romy Gonzalez is up. Six walks for the Astros tonight. Here comes the first pitch to Gonzalez. That one misses a good few inches off the plate for ball 1. Another ball. Abreu missing the strike zone here. 5. Wow, 5 in a row. Here comes the next pitch. That one's low, ball 2. Check swing, he doesn't go. That's 6 balls by Abreu. Diaz takes a jog out to the mound to chat with Abreu. The rain seems to have backed off a little bit. Now the coach is coming out. He's going to go to the mound, have a chat with Abreu. Bregman is over. Pena is over. So here we are in the bottom of the 8th with 2 runners on. Romy Gonzalez batting, 284 average for the season. 2 outs. Runners are on first and second. Brian Abreu pitching. The count is 2-0. He's just trying to get one final out to move this game into the 9th inning. They're ready to go now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one's low. Ball 3. This will be, what, about 7? 7 straight balls thrown by Abreu. Here comes the pitch. That one's a strike on the lower outside part of the zone, just in there. Wisely taken, though. Wasn't a great hit to be swinging at. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the next pitch from Abreu. Swing and a miss. Curve ball down. That would have been ball 4 for sure. But as it stands, that's a full count. Strike 2. A slider, actually. Full count with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away. Count remains 3-2. Now he's got Gonzalez swinging, finally. Red Sox have a couple of different relievers going in the bullpen right now, getting ready for the top of the 9th. 2 outs, runners on first and second, full count against Romy Gonzalez. Brian Abreu trying to get out of the inning here. Lethargic clapping from the crowd. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball towards Bregman. He's got it on a hop. Fires it to first. Perfect throw. Out number 3. Brian Abreu grins and smiles over at Bregman. Astros get out of that one. Brian Abreu gives us a scare there. Starts off with 2 quick outs. Gets a couple of runners on. Seems to be losing control, throwing a ton of balls in a row. Finally gets the last out. We're going to go into the top of the 9th. Astros still up by 2, 5-3. 11 hits for the Astros, 6 for the Red Sox. Check the live stream here and see what's going on. 7 likes. 7 watching. Thanks for being here, guys. Please like the video if you have the chance. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to see it get at least a 10 likes before the stream is over. Let's take a look at the poll here. My poll in the chat is, when will Verlander be back? Within 2 weeks, within a month, or by the playoffs at the earliest? 67% of you say within 2 weeks. 33% within a month, and nobody says by the playoffs at the earliest. According to the way he feels, what he says and what the team says, it seems like he should be back at least within the month. But the reason I put the third choice on here, by the playoffs at the earliest, is because the Astros staff have just not been transparent and forthcoming with their information about the injuries. They just seem to not be really open about giving us the accurate information about the time frames of the players when they're going to return and their condition. Alex Bregman is up at the bat facing Luis Garcia, and he almost gets clipped. Garcia has thrown several pitches inside, almost hitting the batters. He almost took off Altuve's head, then he almost hit him in the chest, and this one almost hits Bregman on the arm. Ball 1. Some control issues here by Garcia. Here comes the next pitch. That one's high, but strike, just barely getting the zone. 95 miles an hour. evens the count 1-1. Let's see if the Astros can tack on any insurance runs. Ryan Presley warming up in the bullpen. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and in the dirt outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan Presley. I can probably go ahead and put him in. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Bregman. This one's hit hard to left field. It looks like it's going to go off the wall. It is. It's off the middle part of the wall. Bregman's going to try to extend it. No, he goes back to first. No, he's able to get there. Wow, that was crazy. Bregman hits it off the middle of the green monster with a loud bang. And Bregman was going for 2. He started to put on the brakes when the ball came in, but there was nobody covering second base. So he went ahead and continued, and he gets a double. Completely unaware play by the shortstop and the second baseman. Whenever the left fielder brought the ball in, the guy he threw it to was off the bag, and there was nobody covering second base. So Bregman was able to get to second no problem. Yordan Alvarez is now up with a runner in scoring position and no outs, and the Red Sox are going to go to another pitcher. It looks like they are going to pitch to Yordan, but they're not going to use the same guy. Luis Garcia is not going to pitch to Yordan. I'm going to go ahead and update Ryan Presley's information in the game here, because I believe that he's going to be up. As soon as I find out the Red Sox pitcher, I will let you know. I haven't updated the Red Sox pitcher at all since they brought in, or left, since they brought the reliever in for Tanner Houck. I have to locate, download, and put those pictures into the software before I can update them. But they've been changing pitchers so fast, I haven't been able to do that. For the Astros, it's easy because I already have all of them in my folder. Wow, as of right now, I do have lessons scheduled for tomorrow, but I have none scheduled for today. Yeah, here in Japan, everyone is taking their families and doing stuff with their families. Nobody is scheduling classes today. Might just go ahead and close my schedule and go relax somewhere, go to the cafe or something. Cam Boozer is in, facing Yordan Alvarez with a runner on second, Alex Bregman, here in the top of the ninth. First pitch to him. Oh, that was a beautiful pitch to be swinging at. Curveball right in the zone, 87 miles an hour. Man, that's the kind I like to hit. 1 strike against Yordan. 0-1. Here comes the second pitch from Boozer. This one's hit hard. Line drive to the right field. That's going to be an extra base hit. Bregman will score easily. Scooped up in the right field by the wall. Yordan jogs into second base. And just like that, the Astros are up 6-3. A line drive shot all the way out to the corner. Beautiful hit by Yordan. That pitch was right in the middle of the zone. A fastball just hung right in the middle of the zone. That was a punished pitch by Alvarez. He was all over that ball. Chas McCormick is going to come in to pinch run for Alvarez. Yordan's night is finished as he'll come out and take a rest. Yordan is almost 50-50. He's got 27 doubles this year. Almost exactly half of them against lefties. Yainer Diaz comes up with McCormick on second, no outs. Chance to extend the lead even more. Here comes the first pitch from Boozer. High and outside for ball one. Man, I'm loving this for a game one start off. 6 runs on the board on 13 hits for the Astros. 1 ball, no strikes to Diaz. Here comes the pitch from Boozer. 87 miles per hour in the upper part of the zone. Swing and miss for strike one. Boozer looking for the call. He's got what he wants. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Diaz swing and a miss on a really bad pitch that was about 5 inches above the zone and a little outside. Terrible pitch to be swinging at. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The crowd is really quiet now. You can see some people getting up to leave. Yiner hits it hard. This one could be gone. Is it going to go over the monster? It does. It's over the sign, just almost in the exact same spot as Jose Altuve's 2-run shot. Yiner adds a 2-run shot over the sign in left field, just like Jose Altuve. Puts the Astros up 8-3, 110 mile per hour off the bat, 448 feet. That one went out of the park. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I want to see that replay again. That was a really nice hit. Man, Altuve and Diaz going all the way up to that sign. John Singleton now is up to bat against Boozer, who stays in the game. First pitch to him is right on the outside corner for strike 1. Still no outs this inning. Here comes the next pitch. That one's in the dirt, ball 1, I'm sorry. 1-1. Now the seats are suddenly just really quickly emptying fast. A lot of the crowd now giving up on this game. 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Boozer. That one's in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. 2 monstrous shots over the green monster. Sean Dubin is warming up in the bullpen, so Presley looks like he will get to rest. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Singleton, in there for a strike, swing and a miss. 88 miles per hour slider, it looks like. Fooled Singleton. Presley's actually still out there, kind of warming up a little bit, but they've got Dubin going too. Right in the top of the zone, taken for strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning. Boozer finally gets an out. Finally seeing that crushed ball from Yiner. Let's see where it goes. Did it actually get over? Yes, it did. Holy cow. The National Car Rental sign, or the DraftKings sign out in left field, Altuve hit that sign. Yiner went over that sign. That ball went out of the park. That's crazy. Jeremy Pena hits one off the wall. Very first pitch, just nails it off the wall, but he's not able to get to second. He hit it so hard and so fast, it bounced off the wall and went straight to the left fielder. So another hit for the Astros. Jeremy Pena is 3 for 5 in this game. He'll be on first base with 1 out. That brings up Zach DeCenzo. He reached on an error this game, but he's 0 for 4 otherwise. It'd be nice to see him actually end this game with at least 1 hit. Here comes the first pitch from Boozer. Right in the low part of the zone. Strike 1, 93 miles an hour, and DeCenzo kind of spins away at that. It looks like he's kicking himself for not swinging. Astros fans are still in the stands having a good time. Lots of orange in the stadium today. Line drive, hit right up the middle. DeCenzo gets his hit for the game. Pena goes to second. That's the 16th hit of the game for the Astros. Holy cow. Pena on second. DeCenzo finally with a hit this game. Nice solid strike right up the middle. One ball. I'm sorry, one out. One out, runners on first and second. 8-3 Astros here in the top of the ninth. 4 hits to 5 batters this inning for Boozer. But at this point, it doesn't look like they're thinking about pulling him out. He's going to face Jake Myers, who has runners on first and second with just 1 out. Myers does have some hits this game. 2 hits to be exact. He's got a triple and a single. And he also scored. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Boozer. This one's hit hard out to right field, but it sails out of play. 1-1 is the count. What a game for the Astros. They're really kicking it in, man. From the 7th inning on, they've scored 7 runs. Holy cow. First 6 innings, they scored 1, and they've scored 7 from the 7th. Nuts. Here comes the next pitch from Boozer. Hit hard again, but fouled way off into the right field stands by Myers. That'll be strike 2, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the powerhouse Jake Myers. Cam Boozer on the mound with 2 runners on. Broken bat hit to shortstop. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to turn 2, but they get Myers at first. He advances the runners to second and third. So Pena and DeCenzo will be on third and second, bringing up Mauricio Dubon. Dubon looking for his first hit of the game. The only one without a hit in the game so far, actually, for the Astros. First pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Mauricio Dubon. He was hit by pitch. He did get on in the 5th. Let's see if he can return the favor and get a hit here with 2 outs. And he pops it up. It looks like it might be playable. It's over to first base. Yes, and he's got it for out number 3. That's going to do it. But the Astros come away with 3 more on that fly out to the couch potato dad at first base. But the monstrous home run by Diaz gives the Astros 2 more runs, and the double by Jordan brought Bregman in for another run. 8-3 with 16 hits for the Astros. The Astros bats have just come alive. Imagine how many more runs they would have if they weren't stranding so many runners. They have stranded a couple of runners on, with runners on the corners, bases loaded. If they had just scored half of those guys, I think the Astros would be at least, I don't know, 13 runs this game. That's where they should be. But it is nice to see that they've been scoring those runs from the 7th inning on. 7 runs between the 7th and 9th inning. Let's see, who are they going to have up on the mound? I don't think they're going to be bringing in Ryan Presley with this lead. They did have Sean Dubin warming up, so it's either going to be Dubin or Presley, but my guess is that it's going to be Dubin. So I'm going to change that now, and we'll see if I'm right. Sean Dubin. Good old Doobie. No, on the screen they changed it to Ryan Presley. If that's right, then I guessed wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and change that while I can. Usually I don't get the information updated that fast on the screen. It's usually not until the game starts again, but they're still in the break. So I'll go ahead and change that to Presley. Make that correction for you guys. Let's see here. There we go. Changed. Yep, Presley is on the mound. First pitch to Jarren Duran is, looks like outside. It is ball one. Rain is coming down again. Seems like it's raining every time the Astros pitchers get on the mound. Here comes the next pitch. That's in there on the outside corner for strike one. 44 innings, 44.2 innings for Ryan Presley. He's got an ERA of 3.63. 1-1 is a count against Duran. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt for ball two. Bottom of the ninth. Astros up by 5. 16 hits. Red Sox 6 hits. 1 error each. Here comes the next pitch from Presley. 2-1. Fouled back. Strike two. Counts even. It's one of the things that I've never been able to do is just leave a game when I'm watching my team play. Even if they're down by a ton of runs, I just can't leave the game. Next pitch right in there, fouled away again for another 2-2 count. Pretty low views today. Not too many people joining the game. Not sure if it's if there's something going on, or if there aren't too many people interested in this particular game. The Rangers game was pretty big for views for me, so I appreciate you guys if you'd like the video. High pitch, check swing, ball 3. Full count now against Jarren Duran. Presley dealing, and the rain has just gotten heavier. It would be silly to get a delay at this part of the game. Next one is hit hard out to left field, but it's going to fly out into the stands. Count remains full. It's pretty interesting how they have this lady who's doing the commentating from the side of the field. They have her over there with no umbrella. She's got a towel over her head. Why don't they have an umbrella for their commentators? I don't get that. Another foul ball. Count remains 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes still. Here comes a pitch from Presley. Down, ball 4. So Duran will be on base. Whoops, I forgot to update the base pads. That's my bad. I'll do that now. Duran is on base with no outs. Leadoff runner for the Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth. Presley is wanting another rosin bag. He says this one is wet, so he's giving it to the umpire. They'll swap it out for him. I can believe it. That's something you don't see very often, having to swap out the rosin bag. The bat boy has one. He takes it out to the mound. He drops off 2 of them. That's a pretty good idea. They put a second rosin bag on top of the other one to keep it dry. Presley gets it in his hand and then covers it back up with the other one. First pitch coming up to Rob Refsnyder, runner on first base. Here it comes. Right in there. Yeah. The nice dry hand gives Presley some control, and he puts the first pitch in there for strike 1, 0-1. 1 strikeout in the 7th for Refsnyder, who came in later as a DH. Here comes the next pitch to him. Curveball in the dirt for ball 1, 1-1. No comments at all today in the chat. That's interesting. Usually I get at least a few. But numbers are way down today. I wonder why. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt again for ball 2. 2-1. Presley needs to get his act together here. He slipped on the mound there on that pitch. Mound looks a little slippery, I guess. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one's also in the dirt. 94 miles an hour. He has slipped again. When he's coming down, he's slipping on the mound. 3 balls and 1 strike. Diaz trying to get him to calm down. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That one's too far inside. Another walk. 2 runners on with no outs now for Ryan Presley. He's slipped on the mound at least 2 or 3 times. Emmanuel Valdez comes up to bat, left-hander. He's the pinch hitter for the pinch hitter. Curveball in there for a strike. Good pitch. 0-1. Valdez batting .226. No outs, 2 runners on. Here comes the pitch from Presley. That one's in the dirt. Diaz is able to keep it in front of him. Runners do not advance. 1-1 is the count. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Presley to Valdez. Right in there in the bottom of the zone. 93 miles an hour. Strike 2. Taken for a nice strike from Presley. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Way outside and high for ball 2. 2-2. Presley is knocking on the door of 20 pitches. This will be his 19th. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just barely misses the corner with a curveball. That'll be a full count. So with runners on first and second, there's a full count, no outs. Joe Espada over in the dugout clapping. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning for Ryan Presley. Here comes the pitch. That one's hit way up and back. Foul ball. Count remains full. Still raining a little bit. Not coming down nearly as hard, but Presley is pretty wet. Everybody's pretty wet. The mound is pretty wet. They're just trying to end this game and get out of here. Kind of a miserable way to end the game, right? Here comes the full count pitch. In there and fouled back. That was a beautiful pitch. Curveball, but fouled away. Pretty interesting. I didn't know that until today, but Presley was actually drafted by the Red Sox when he came into the majors. Another full count pitch is on the way from Presley. Swing and a bounce down the first base line. Another foul ball. 22 pitches now for Presley with no outs. Runners on first and second, but nobody's warming up currently. They're letting him kind of grind it out right now. Full count pitch again on the way from Valdez. Here it comes. Ground ball to Altuve. He's going to go to first base. That's the only play. 1 out. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Once again, Altuve was just, that was a slow roller. Altuve was not close enough, not able to have time to attempt a double play there. But the Astros do get 1 out. Now Sean Dubin is warming up in the dugout. 1 out. Rafael Devers comes up to face Presley. First pitch to him. Woo! On the outside corner, Presley gets the call. Was a couple inches off the zone there, but it goes the Astros' way. 0-1 is the count. And here comes the pitch from Presley. That was in the dirt. Stopped by Diaz. They'll swap the ball out. 1-1 is the count. Whew, man. I have 2 hours of online classes tonight from 8 o'clock, but before that, I don't have anything booked. It's kind of crazy. 1-1 chopper to third. Bregman is going to tag him at third. The third baseman, Alex Bregman. Man, good play by Bregman. Big chopper by Devers. The guy on third is able to score, but the base runner wasn't paying attention, and Bregman was able to put the tag on him and get the out. So Devers does get to first base with the RBI, and they get 1 run. But because of that smart play by Bregman, there's no runner on third base anymore. 2 outs. Heads-up play by Bregman to get that tag. Poor base running by the Red Sox runner there. Connor Wong is up, takes the first pitch for a ball. Next one is a ground ball. Bregman cuts it off, goes to Altuve for the out. What a great play by Bregman to get over and get that ball. Out number 3. Just like that, the Astros finally end the game after giving up 1 run as the rain continues to come down in Boston. Good solid victory for the Astros there. A little shaky in the end. I think it was mostly to do with the weather. Presley didn't have the control that he wanted. He was slipping on the mound. Without that, they probably wouldn't have given up that run. 16 hits for the Astros and 8 runs. 6 hits for the Red Sox and 4 runs. 1 error for each team. And I'm going to give you guys a recap right quick, a summary of the game. I need to pull it up on my screen right quick so I can give you the info. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's the scoring summary for the game, guys. The top of the first, Alvarez grounded into a double play in which Altuve was able to score and put the Astros on the board first, 1-0. In the bottom of the second, the Red Sox came back with a double to center field, which scored Rafaela and Sogard, giving them the lead 2-1. In the bottom of the fourth, the Red Sox added to their lead by Blanco's error trying to pick off a runner at first base. Since the Red Sox had a runner on third, the throwing error was so bad that not only was the runner able to score from third, but the guy on first was able to get all the way over to third. So by the end of that inning, the fourth inning, the Red Sox were up 3-1. In the top of the seventh, that's when the Astros really began to take control. Altuve came up and hit a monstrous home run, almost 400 feet to left field. It hit the sign up there just over the crowd, scoring Myers, tying the game 3-3. After that, Singleton singled to center. Singleton singled, single McSingleton, scoring Bregman, moving Yainer Diaz to second and Alvarez to third, putting the Astros ahead again 4-3. After that, Pena singled, scoring Alvarez and moving Singleton to second and Diaz to third, putting the Astros ahead 5-3. With a 2-run lead going into the top of the ninth, Alvarez, who followed Bregman with, who had also doubled, he himself doubled. So 2 doubles in a row by Bregman and Alvarez scored another run, putting the Astros up 6-3. And then Yainer Diaz came up and hit one literally out of the park, 448 feet, scoring McCormick, giving the Astros an 8-3 lead. In the bottom of the ninth, the rain was kind of heavy. Presley was in, had some problems slipping on the mound, walked a couple of batters, did give up a run whenever Devers hit a ground ball into a fielder's choice. That scored Duran, giving them an extra run, making the game 8-4. But after that, the Astros were quickly able to put them away. A tag out at third base, a smart play by Bregman, and then Bregman once again making a great crossover play to get the force out to second base, throwing to Altuve to end the game, and that's where the game ended, 8-4 in favor of the Astros. The game stats, essentially, Caleb Ort gets the win for the Astros just because of the way the game played out, and Lucas Sims gets the loss for the Red Sox. On 16 hits, the Astros score 8 runs and have 1 error. The Red Sox get 4 runs off 6 hits and 1 error. Now, the game coming up tomorrow for the Astros, I'm calling that game also, so I hope you can join me for that one. That game is going to be a little bit earlier than this game was, and I'll let you know what information I have about that, just to give you a quick preview. As of right now, it seems that the pitcher for the Red Sox is undecided, so I have no idea. I can't speculate as to who that will be. Currently, the Astros have Spencer Arrighetti slated to be the pitcher for that game. Arrighetti is 4-10 for the season with an ERA of 5.33 over 98 innings pitched. In 98 innings, he has 116 Ks, which is good, but 49 walks, which is really bad. He's given up 13 home runs, and although he hasn't been I guess you could say a solid guy, he's not what you would call a playoff or World Series rotation starter, he has been an extra arm to get in there and try to help the Astros get by and move the game into like the 6th inning, try to get to the relievers. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you listening in. I hope that you're able to join me tomorrow if you're free for game number 2. Astros take this one. They'll be looking to jump ahead in the series tomorrow here in Fenway Park. Until then, I wish you guys an excellent weekend. Enjoy your Friday night, and hope to see you tomorrow. That's all for now. And until then, go Tigers.